Well, holy crap. What the hell? There's all kinds of stuff going on today. Tons of videos today. I'm going to do 2 videos. I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. Where is that light coming from? That aura of like my angelic being. The sun's setting over to my left. So I'm going to break this video up into 2 things. I have good news. Most of my videos are negative, but these are going to be 2 positive videos, and I'm going to try to avoid the negativity of both of them. So, this one's just going to be about USA Truck. I just got a couple of messages from the executives, fleet-wide messages. I'm pretty sure everybody in the company got them. So, there are 2 changes that are happening immediately. They're in effect right now. One is home time request. Probably not a big deal for somebody outside of USA Truck. So currently with home time requests, you have a date choice and you have a time choice. So you pick the day and the time whenever you want your home time to start and whenever you want your home time to end. They're changing it to where now it's just going to be a day choice. You just choose the day, not the exact time, which was kind of annoying. Anyway, it's just like extra steps, and there's no way that they get you home at that exact time. So they're just shooting for a day. But that's a minor quality of life change. It's just a few extra buttons you don't have to press on your home time. And for somebody like me that does weekly home time, I have to fill out that home time request every Sunday when I'm at my house. And every time I tell somebody I do weekly home time, they're like, oh man, yeah, you're not going to make any money doing that. Well, I run like 3,000 plus miles a week doing weekly home time. If you know how to manage your hours, you can do your full 70 in 5.5 days if you're running every minute that you can run. And you're just constantly going. You're not having to sit around and wait on crap. But yeah, doing a 34 every week. Yeah, that's like, if you're doing a 34 every week, then you are running perfect. But anyway, that's one minor change. And if you don't work at USA Truck, it probably doesn't mean anything to you. I consider it a quality of life change, a minor quality of life change for the better. What was the other change? The other change is a big change. Just a second. In a big. That was quick. I'm getting off of the bypass. What? I'm on the 520 or something, I think, in Augusta, and I'm getting back on Interstate 20. Merging on, so bear with me a moment, and I'll get to the big news. USA Truck is changing their governed speed. So I'm going to probably title the video something like that, so you're going to have to watch the video to find out the details. What are they changing? I'm getting into it in just a second. Sorry, I just merged on, and I'm getting into the flow of traffic here. So what are these trucks currently governed at as a company driver? Now, as a lease operator, lease is unrestricted. It's not like these other companies that you lease on with, and you're a glorified company driver, and you're, like Prime, you get to, instead of going 58 miles an hour, you get to go 65 miles an hour if you're a lease driver. Lease drivers were unrestricted before this. They're still unrestricted. Lease drivers don't have to be governed unless they want to be governed. So this applies strictly to company drivers. The company drivers, the trucks right now are 63 on the pedal and 65 on cruise. So you can only go up to 63 miles an hour if you're using the pedal. But if you initiate the cruise and you choose to increase the speed with the cruise, you can increase the speed up to 65. what are they changing it to? They're changing it to 68 on the pedal and 70 on cruise. That's a pretty big change. There are not many mega carriers with governed speeds of 70 miles an hour. So they are separating themselves from the pack with this, and I think it's a very positive change, because most of the states that I run in, the speed limit is 70 to 75 miles an hour. And being governed at 65, I just have people constantly flying by me and cutting me off. So being able to go somewhat with the flow of traffic, you're still going to, even at 70 miles an hour, you're still going to be getting constantly passed by people, but they're not going to be flying by you as fast. It's not going to be it's not going to be as much disparity in speed. And it's going to make a pretty big difference in the number of miles you can do. 5 miles per hour over a 10-hour shift, that's 50 miles per day. You know, if you drive your full 11, that's 55, not per day, but per driving shift. You can actually drive, well, now we're getting into technicalities of the 30-minute break and all the rest of that stuff on how much you can drive in a 24-hour period, but you're talking roughly about 70 extra miles per 24-hour period. So say you drive 6 days a week and take a day off. That's 420 extra miles a week that you can do just because you're governed at a higher speed. That's pretty sweet. You compare that to Raider Express that's governed at 55. I cannot believe that there are trucking companies operating that are governed at 55. That is just absurd. Interstate speed limits are way too damn high for any truck to be governed at 55, but you know, do the math on how many miles you can do as a Raider Express driver. They have to pay drivers like 70 cents a mile for them to be able to make any money because of how few miles they can run. But that's the big change, is they've increased the governed speed. Now, how are they going to roll that out? You have to hook a computer up to one of these trucks and reprogram the truck to change the governed speed. So everybody is going to want to get their truck in ASAP and get that changed. They want to get their truck turned up. So what they're doing is they're telling drivers, schedule it with your driver manager, not after-hour weekend driver managers, with your driver manager. And I think that they ask people not to contact their driver manager asking to schedule. The driver managers are just like automatically going to do it. They're going to start trying to schedule people in to get this changed. We have something like 1,800 trucks. That's the number that I heard. So we only have like 4 terminals. We have one in Ohio, West Memphis, and Atlanta. And I think we also have one in Pennsylvania. And we're supposed to be opening up one this summer in Waxahachie, which is south of Dallas. I think it's an old Celadon terminal that we bought. That's what I heard. That's what my old trainer told me, is there was a Celadon terminal there that in Waxahachie, and he's pretty sure that's the one we're going to use. But how are they going to do it? So there are some requirements. Now, if you're a new driver coming in, then if the truck is already governed at 70, then you're probably just going to have a truck governed at 70. But if you're a current driver with the company, then you have to have watched safety videos. Like, we have requirements on a monthly basis to watch a specific safety video. Every month, one safety video. And there's a couple of other things. So you have to have watched your safety video for the last, I forget, like 3 months or something like that. Or I forget, it's something to do with watching safety videos. You have to be current on all of your safety videos. And I forget what else there was. Like, there were a few safety things, like for you to qualify to have your truck turned up. So if you are not in good standing with the safety department, then they're not going to turn your truck up. Going down a little hill, going to have to use some engine brake. Guess how much weight I got in the back? 6,600 pounds. I'm basically empty. And it's an air ride trailer, which are really rare USA truck. Feels nice. This is just enough weight so that it doesn't bounce so much. Just enough weight to keep it like on the ground, and it's air ride. It's a really smooth ride. So yeah, it's you have to work with your driver manager to get scheduled in to get it turned up, and you have to be in the good graces of the safety department to get it turned up. I suspect that all newly assigned tractors will be turned up to 70 because part of the process of tractor assignment is they're supposed to be inspected by the maintenance department, and they're basically supposed to get their an inspection done, and they're supposed to be cleaned and a few other things. I don't know what all else. Basically an inspection, being clean, and get their permit book checked out and stuff. And they're supposed to put in all your stuff, like your seals, and they give you a lock, and they give you some paper log books and stuff like that. And during that process, they're probably going to turn the truck up to 70. So I suspect every new driver with the company is going to get a truck governed at 70. And every veteran driver with the company is going to have to be in the good graces of safety to make that happen. So that's it for video 1. Those messages just came out at, let's see, I'm on East Coast time right now because I'm bouncing around between Georgia and South Carolina. I'm in South Carolina again, I think, is where I'm at right now, yeah. So those messages came out at somewhere in the area of like 6 p.m., I want to say. 7 p.m. No. Yeah, it's 8:20 right now, so probably 7 my time. So probably somewhere in the area of 6 p.m. Central time is when those messages came out, I'm guessing. They came out after the normal work day ended. And I was just in the shop on Monday. It's Tuesday right now. So I was just in the shop yesterday, and they changed some settings on my truck. They disabled the idle shutdown on my truck, and they did not mess with the governor. So this is not something that was implemented, and they're just now notifying us. This is something that just now changed, and it hasn't been implemented yet. So yeah, that's awesome that the trucks got turned up. So I'm happy about it, even though I'm not going to be a company driver for much longer. It's not really something I'm going to have to worry about. I'm probably not even going to get my truck turned up before I move over to the lease side. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to make another video right after this one to talk more about me moving over to owner-operator. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.